Have you ever heard of a single cow starting a revolution? No, not a political one, but a revolution that changed how we eat forever. This story starts with a simple rancher, a guy named Robert Taylor, and his herd of Hereford cattle. Taylor wasn't just any rancher. He was obsessed with one thing: perfection. He wanted to create the perfect beef, the kind that was tender, juicy, and packed with flavor every single time. Little did he know, his obsession would lead to a discovery that would ripple across the entire food industry. Back in the day, ranchers raised cattle pretty much the same way they had for centuries. Let them graze, fatten them up, and hope for the best. The quality of the meat was often a gamble. Sometimes you'd get a fantastic steak. Other times, it was tough as shoe leather. This inconsistency drove Taylor crazy. He believed there had to be a better way, a scientific way, to raise cattle that would guarantee top-quality beef. He started with a simple yet radical idea. What if the secret wasn't just in the breed, but in the feed? So, Taylor embarked on an ambitious experiment. He divided his prized Hereford herd into different groups. Each group was fed a specific, carefully measured diet. He meticulously documented everything: what they ate, how much they ate, and their weight gain. People in his community thought he was a bit eccentric. His neighbors were shaking their heads, saying, "Bob, you're treating those cows better than most people treat their kids." But Taylor had a vision. He was searching for the perfect formula, the holy grail of cattle feed that would produce consistently marbled, tender beef. This is where our story takes a turn. 3 times a day, every single day, Taylor and his team would mix a special blend of corn, grains, and other nutrients. It was a precise, almost ritualistic process. This wasn't just about fattening the cows up. It was about controlled nutrition. He was essentially applying the principles of a modern athlete's diet to his herd. He noticed that one particular feed combination was yielding incredible results. The cattle were not just gaining weight. Their meat was developing a fine, intricate web of marbling the intramuscular fat that makes a steak so flavorful and tender. Taylor called this special beef certified Hereford Gold. The first time he brought his steaks to a local butcher, the reaction was immediate. The butcher, a man who had seen thousands of cuts of beef in his life, was stunned. The marbling was unlike anything he'd ever seen from a local rancher. It looked like the high-end, expensive beef that was usually imported or came from specialty farms. He cooked one up right there in the shop, and the aroma alone drew a crowd. The taste? It was a revelation. It melted in your mouth. Word spread like wildfire. Local restaurants started clamoring for Taylor's Hereford Gold. Chefs were amazed because for the first time, they could rely on getting the same exceptional quality with every order. No more guesswork, no more disappointed customers. Taylor's ranch couldn't keep up with the demand. He had cracked the code. His method of controlled, grain-based feeding proved that you could engineer superior beef. It wasn't just about genetics. It was about nurture. This is the moment that changed history. Taylor's success didn't go unnoticed. Other ranchers who had once scoffed at his methods started visiting his farm, notebooks in hand, eager to learn his secrets. The industry began to shift. The idea of finished beef cattle raised on pasture and then moved to a feedlot for a specific period of grain feeding before processing became the new standard. Taylor's 3 times a day feeding ritual had laid the groundwork for the modern feedlot system, which now produces the vast majority of beef in North America and other parts of the world. This system is what allows us to go to virtually any supermarket and buy a consistently good steak. The marbling grades you see on packaging Prime Choice Select are a direct result of this focus on controlled feeding to increase intramuscular fat. It standardized quality and made high-end beef accessible to the masses, not just the wealthy. Robert Taylor, the meticulous rancher with a crazy idea, had inadvertently launched a multi-billion-dollar industry and changed the global food landscape. Of course, this revolution wasn't without its controversies. The feedlot system has faced criticism over the years for its environmental impact and animal welfare concerns. This has led to a counter-revolution in recent years, with a growing demand for grass-fed and pasture-raised beef, which in a way is a return to the pre-Taylor era. It's a fascinating cycle. But it doesn't diminish the monumental impact of Taylor's initial discovery. He solved the problem of inconsistency, and his solution completely reshaped an industry. So, the next time you're at a barbecue, enjoying a perfectly grilled, juicy burger or a tender steak, take a moment to think about Robert Taylor and his Hereford cattle. Think about that simple rancher who, 3 times a day, meticulously mixed feed, driven by a passion for perfection. His obsession didn't just make him successful. It changed what's on our plates and set a new standard for quality that we often take for granted today. From one man's vision on a quiet ranch to a global food system, it's a powerful reminder of how a single idea can, quite literally, change the world. Thanks so much for watching. If you found this story as fascinating as I did, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more hidden histories that shape our world. We'll see you in the next one.